French defense, Tarash, open, Kistiakov, Eliskaz's variation. Giveaway. One player was winning, but then gave it away. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. Black found some nice moves in the middle game. Opening with the king's pawn controls the center and opens up the light-squared bishop and queen, often leading to sharp games. The French defense prepares for d5, but blocks in the light-squared bishop in exchange for a strong center and counter-attacking chances. d4 grabs full control of the center and opens up the dark-squared bishop. d5 is a counter-attack in the center that threatens the e4 pawn. And d2 develops the knight and defends the e4 pawn. c5 strikes the d4 pawn, starting active play in the center. x5 opens up the center after black recaptures the d5 pawn. White plans to develop with ngf3 and bd3 or bb5+. qx-d5 recaptures the pawn and develops the queen to a center square. ngf3 develops the knight toward the center, defends the d4 pawn and controls the e5 square. cx-d4 captures the central d4 pawn and opens up the center. bc4 develops the bishop to an active square, attacks the queen and prepares castling. qd8 retreats the queen to a safe square from where it still defends the pawn on d4. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling kingside tends to be safer because the king is further from the center. Master games. It is the last book move. This develops a queen off its starting square, getting it into the action. It is good. This develops a knight off its starting square, getting it into the action. It is excellent. That's what I would have recommended. It is best. This kicks an opposing bishop. It is best. This moves the bishop to safety. It is best. This develops a knight off its starting square, getting it into the action. It is best. This misses an opportunity to offer an equal trade of pieces. It is an inaccuracy. This ignores an opportunity to develop a bishop off its starting square. It is an inaccuracy. This mobilizes the knight, allowing it to control more of the board. It is excellent. This activates a bishop by developing it off of its starting square. It is best. This is not the right idea. It is an inaccuracy. This loses a pawn. It is a mistake. This is the way to win a pawn. It is good. This overlooks an opportunity to develop a rook off its starting square. It is a mistake. Takes back. It is best. This is the strongest option. It is best. Capturing that pawn wins material. It is best. This misses an opportunity to win a tempo by threatening a knight. It is an inaccuracy. Recaptures. This threatens to prevent castling. It is best. Castling gets the king to a safer square, out of the center of the board, while also developing a rook. Castling to the same side of the board as the opponent avoids some of the attacking associated with opposite side castling. This prevents the opponent from being able to prevent castling. It is best. This wins time by threatening a rook and forcing it to move away. It is best. This moves the rook to safety. It is best. This misses an opportunity to threaten winning a pawn. It is an inaccuracy. This misses an opportunity to develop a bishop off its starting square. It is an inaccuracy. This ignores a better way to move a bishop to safety. It is an inaccuracy. This misses an opportunity to connect rooks. It is a mistake. This misses a great but hard to find move. There was only one good move in that position. This permits the opponent to kick a knight. It is a miss. The opposing knight is kicked by a pawn, and must now move or be captured. This threatens to fork pieces. It is best. This wins a tempo by threatening a rook and forcing it to move away. This threatens to play checkmate. It is best. This move puts the rook on a safer square. This threatens to fork pieces. It is best. This threatens to play checkmate. It is best. The pawn is now adequately defended. This threatens to fork pieces. It is best. This move puts the knight on a safer square. It is best. This move puts the pawn on a safer square. It is best. Right on target. It is best. After all captures, this is an equal trade. It is best. Takes back. It is best. This threatens to force eventual checkmate. It is an inaccuracy. This develops a piece while also winning a tempo on a queen. It is best. This moves the queen to safety. This is the only good move. It is a great move. This threatens to play checkmate. It is good. This protects the attacked pawn. This threatens to win a knight. This prevents the opponent from being able to play checkmate. It is good. This loses material. It is a blunder. Giveaway. One player was winning, but then gave it away. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. Black found some nice moves in the middle game. That was a truly amazing move. This is the only move that works. This took advantage of a mistake and Black now has a winning advantage. It is brilliant. Giveaway. One player was winning, but then gave it away. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. Black found some nice moves in the middle game.